Okay, now it's recorded, so everyone be careful with your language. Okay. Anyway, since a lot of people have questions regarding your quiz, so we'll talk about that first. Sorry, I've been talking for too long, and now my voice is starting to crack. All right, so look at this. This is the Quarkus page. You click MAT102. And under course information documents, there is a document called Quiz 1 Info. You click it, and all the informations are here. So for example, when is it? It's on Thursday, which is tomorrow, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And it's Toronto local time. Okay, and it's gonna happen on Quarkus. So you go to this page, I'll show you later. And then quiz 1 will cover section 1.1 and 1.2, which is quadratic formula and AGM. And then blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then you'll see all 3 questions, which means your quiz has only 3 questions. Okay. And it says, you upload your solution in PDF, JPEG, or PNG, and move on to the next question. So this is a part I want you guys to be careful, because Quarkus, it's not a good system. Why? First of all, it only accepts 1 file per question. So if your solution has 2 pages, then you need to combine them together to 1 file and then submit it. So that's the first thing you need to be careful. 1 file per question. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, I would suggest all of you to use PDF only. Why is that? Because I've been teaching this course for so long. I taught this course 6 or 7 times already. So I am quite experienced, and I can tell you that if you use any other file, such as like a picture, when you submit on Quarkus, it might automatically change to another file, which nobody can open it. Okay, I don't know if you guys understand me. So even if sometimes you submit a picture, it's not in PDF, it might turn into a really weird file that we cannot download it, we cannot open it, nobody can do anything about it. So what happens in that case? You get 0. Okay, if we cannot open it, then you don't get mark. That sucks. Okay, I know it sucks. You don't have to type your quiz, just hear me out. That sucks, so that's why I suggest everyone here to use PDF, because so far I haven't met any problem with PDF. So even if you have picture, you just will convert it to PDF. Okay, you can convert pictures to PDF. So that's the safest option. Okay, use PDF. That's what I want to say. Another thing that I want to tell you is Quarkus, sometimes it crashes even during your quiz. So PDF can have 2 pictures, for example. I'm saying, yeah, that's okay. That's all right. What I want to say is for Quarkus, sometimes it crashes. How does it crash? You submit, you click submit, it doesn't let you submit. Okay? In that case, it happens a lot. Okay, that's why I hate the system. We're using this because your professor think you might not know how to use the other much better system we're using. But I hope she changed to that during the second course. But for now, Quarkus sometimes it does not allow you to submit, and it's close to time. Okay, you have to submit everything before 7. But it doesn't allow you to submit, then what do? You email your solution to the professor. Does that make sense? You email your solution to the professor. Which professor? You email the coordinator. Okay, so look at here, guys, look at here. Info about instructors and your office hours. Click this and you zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. You'll see that there is a professor, the first one called Marina. Okay, she is a coordinator. Look here, the course coordinator. So if any of that happens, you email her. Okay, her email is right here. That's another thing that I want to talk about. If Quarkus does not let you submit, you email her with your solution before 7 o'clock. Otherwise, you get 0. Okay, that's another thing really important. The third thing, if you have any question during the quiz, you want to ask someone, right? What do? You go to Piazza, okay? If you need any clarification on quiz question, you post your questions on Piazza. Yes, 1 file per question. And here is another question. Do I need to join our lecture Zoom call? You do not need to, okay? You just go to the quiz section, look at the question, write down your solution, take a picture or write down on your iPad or whatever. You take a picture of that, you submit on your laptop. Do not submit using your phone, okay? Quarkus does not work well with phone. If you use phone, it's very unlikely that we don't see anything on Quarkus. So use your laptop. Because Quarkus is not a good place for quizzes. That's why I'm telling you need to be extra careful. Can one file be more than 1 page? Based on my experience, it can. They said it can only have 1 page because they only accept 1 file. But be careful if your file is too big. Because sometimes, like, if your file is too big, you have too many pages, it is not accepted either. So that's quite important. It's very unlikely you'll have more than 1 page. It's very unlikely you'll need more than 1 page. So far, I haven't seen a single 102 question that requires more than 1 page. It's usually half a page or 1/3 of a page. Okay, that's everything about your quiz. Hopefully you don't have any other question. If you have any other question, you email me, okay? Because I am the assistant coordinator. So you email me here, TA's info and office hours. You click here and you see my name here and you see my email here. You email me if you have any other question. Can we upload the PDF with our phone but submit the paper on our laptop? Yeah, you can do that. So you can send the PDF to yourself, you open it on your laptop and you submit on your laptop. So you can take pictures on your phone, definitely. You can do that. So that's what I want to say, and we have to start 102. So does everyone has a copy of the worksheet? Anyone does not? You don't? Okay, can someone send the worksheet in the chat? Just give me a second. Okay, thank you. There we go. So that's the tutorial worksheet we will do. Oh, and I wanted to, yeah, do not directly upload it on your phone. Most likely it will fail because Quarkus does not work well on phone. So do it on your laptop. Okay, do it on your laptop if possible. Okay, cool. Now let's talk about what we want to do. Before that, yeah. What do I want to say? Oh, me. Introduction of myself. My name is Li Ying. This is my name. I graduated from UTM last year with a double major in chemistry and math, and also a minor in biology. I've TA'd this course many times, so quite experienced. I've also TA'd other courses, math courses, from 1st year to 4th year. Okay, so yeah, people are saying that it's really hard to graduate with a math major without me being their TA. So most likely everyone in the math program would know me because I'm TAing a lot of courses. This semester I'm TAing 132, 134, 102, and TT4. So if you're taking more than one of the courses that I'm TAing, so you might see me again, or you probably met me already. What else? I think that's about it. Unless you have any other questions about me, feel free to ask now. Any other question?
How was your first experience with MAT102?
Okay, you're not gonna like it. Just bear with me. I know you're not gonna like my answer. But honestly, I took this course as a bird course. So I was not in math program. I was doing a chemistry specialist. And in chemistry department, there is a GPA killer course, and it's called organic chemistry. So organic chemistry has 1, 2, and 3. I did volume 1. I did okay in 2, but 3 was really bad. Okay, 3 was horrible. So I asked my friends, I was like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna get a good mark in this course. Do you know any GPA booster? And they were like, oh, take Math 102. It's the easiest course ever. And they were like, are you sure? And they were like, yeah. And they don't suck. They all got really high marks. They were not trolling me. So they showed me their transcript. They all got like over 95. So because of that, I was like, okay, I'm taking this course as a word course. So I wrote this course. And personally, I have to say I found it really easy. I found it really easy. And I agree with them. I think it's the easiest course. I got either 96 or 97. And it's because I didn't do 2 of the assignments. So if I did all the assignments, I would get 100. Another TA, Daria, she is another TA of this course, and she got 100 in this course. How much I did not study much for this course because I found it really easy. I did not know why people struggle in this course, to be honest. Before I TA, I did not understand. But after I started teaching this course, I start to know like why people struggle, and I start to understand why people think it's a really hard course. So hopefully I can help you with that because I'm very experienced. I'm not trying to flex on you. It's only because you asked. Okay. And I have to be honest. How well did you do in grade 12 math? Grade 12 math. Are you talking about calculus or advanced function? I think I got like around 98-ish for, yeah. No, I'm trying to give you confidence, not defeat your confidence. You definitely struggle. I know people struggle. It's very normal to struggle in this course. Most likely, not most likely, everyone's struggling in math. It's a fact that everyone's struggling in math. So if you are suffering, that's all right. Okay, that's all right. I'm here for you. I'm actually here for you because I'll give you an example. I've had a friend, not a friend, I've had a student. He was my student when I first time TA in his course. I love pure math, yes. And he got 30% on the first quiz. And it crushed him really hard because he was a straight A plus student in high school and he did IB, so he was like, there's no way I did this bad and I don't understand anything. It's totally fine, okay? So he came to me and he's like, oh, what do I do? And I'm like, well, there's nothing else you can do but practice, right? There's nothing else you can do. You can only practice to get better. So what he did is he showed up in every single one of my office hours and every single one of my tutorial. Even if I have no question, he just sit there, just sit next to me and make sure he does work. And whenever he has question, he asks me. So because he was always there, I trained him to answer my students' questions. So usually I would say like, oh, I just answered this question. So can you tell them how to do this question? And with a lot of practice and a lot of teaching others as well, he made a 92 in the course. Okay, from 30% to 92%. That's a huge improvement. And I'm telling you this to tell you that even if you do bad in one quiz, that's okay. Okay, that's all right. Everyone suffers, okay? Even people with high 90s, sometimes they suffer as well. I suffered a lot in a lot of math courses. Not just math, I suffered in my ROP. I cried every day, every night. Because the first week, my supervisor of ROP asked me to read a book that's like this thick. And she asked me to read the whole book in 1 week. And then I was like holding my book, reading it while crying. The whole book is like wet because I was crying while reading it. So everyone suffers. It's not just you, but you can get help from me or from any other professor or any other TA. I did not have in-person office hours because I don't want to commute. But just join the Zoom meeting. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to 102. We need to do this, guys. So today's material is quadratic formula and AGM inequality. Where can I find the PDF from Quarkus? It's not on Quarkus yet. I will post it after, but now it's not. And someone send a PDF here, please, while I teach. It's not one-on-one. It's anyone can join. Anyway, before we start this, I wanna say that this is not what the other TAs are doing. They are working on another worksheet, but I did the identical worksheet last year, and I have the recording on YouTube. So I'm not doing that. So if you wanna know what they are doing, you can attend another tutorial, or you can watch the recording from last year. Okay, that's everything I want to say. So today we're doing quadratic formula and AGM inequality. Those two things, the two topics, the contents are not the same. It's the same topic but different questions. It's very unlikely to get 90% with just studying today. From this worksheet, this is, yeah, so same topic but different questions. Because I did all the questions last year already and I have a recording, so I'm not doing those. I want to do new questions. Cool. So quadratic formula, what you need to do, what you need to know is in this red box. That's everything you need to know. You do not need to know the proof of quadratic formula. You will be tested on pre-class quizzes, which you've been tested on already. But for your own quiz, you don't really need to know the proof. Okay? You only need to know the result. The result is, first of all, A cannot be 0. Okay? If your A equals to 0, then this whole term disappears. And it becomes a linear equation. Okay, so in order to be a quadratic formula, a quadratic equation, you need to make sure your A is not 0. Okay, so I'm gonna put a star here because later you will forget about it and you will lose mark. Okay, I'm saying this because I know all of you will lose mark. Okay, and say we have a quadratic equation. It has no real solution if D is less than 0. D is called discriminant and equals to b squared minus 4ac. And it has one unique solution if D equals to 0. Okay? And two distinct solutions if D is greater than 0. Now, I have a question. Okay? Suppose the equation this has a solution. So the equation thus has a solution. Then what do we know about D?
Would be greater or equal to 0.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we know that this does not equal to a unique solution. Okay, a solution and a unique solution, they are not the same. That's what I want to say, because last year many people made the mistake. For example, I have a friend. Does that mean I only have one friend? I have a pen. Does that mean I only have one pen? Okay, I have a book. Does that mean I only have one book? Okay, I have a solution. Means that, well, you have at least one solution, but it doesn't mean you only have one solution. So that's a trap that you might fall into that I want to emphasize. This is the first thing. The second thing you will fall into is look at example 1. Determine for which values of the equation this thing has exactly one solution. Exactly one solution. Okay, so I'll give you 3 minutes to work on this. So we'll take it up at 2:35. But think about this question. And be careful with what I just highlighted. Not highlighted, I just put a star next to it. Okay, try this. We'll take it up at 2:35. Yes, it's an open book, but you cannot search on the internet and you cannot talk to other people. Open book means you can use your own notes and you can use the textbook. I feel like I have more students than you. Last 102 tutorial I had 48 students. Now I have over 40 as well. Are you guys from yesterday's tutorial? I met some of you. I know most of you would be my students. Or you just joined the random tutorial. Okay, nobody said anything. Cool. Anyone had me for Model 1 course? Because I know some of you were in my 223 tutorial. Anyone in 132 or 134? Okay, silent again. Are you guys doing the question? Oh, it's 36 already. Okay, so not enough chit chat. Let's do this. Someone tell me, what do I do first? How do I do this question? What is my first step? Find D. Okay, yeah. Okay, so D equals to what? What is my D? No, and then from here, what is my D? Not letting it equal to 0. From here, what is my D? B squared. Okay, so it is A minus 1 squared, B squared minus 4C, so 4 minus 4A squared. Is that what you get? Yeah. So open the bracket, you'll get minus 3A squared minus 2A plus 1. Right? Is this what you get? Okay, so a lot of you said, let's make it equals to 0. We can do that. So let me factor it out. That's going to give me A plus 1 times negative 3A plus 1. So what is my A? What is my A? Okay, yeah, so this will give you A equals to negative 1 or A equals to 1 over 3. But is this what I have? Are those two A's my answer? Do I have any other answer? Would 0 work? You tell me. Yes, exactly. That's what I was looking for. 0. Okay. Look back. You use this discriminant because you suppose your equation is a quadratic equation. However, they didn't tell you this is a quadratic equation. It could be a linear equation as well, which means your A could be 0. Then this disappeared, and you have a linear equation, and the linear equation usually has one solution. So that's the second thing. Okay, so we have two different cases. The first case is when A is not 0. Then we have a quadratic equation. Okay, which has only one solution. When B is equal to 0. So that's my first case. My second case is if A equals to 0, then what do you get? Then we have minus x equals to 0, which will give you x equals to 0. This linear equation has only one solution. So it also satisfies the condition. So your final answer is A can be negative 1, 1 over 3, or 0. Okay? Does this make sense? So this is my final answer. That's why I said you guys will make mistake because you're not gonna remember this. Okay, that's a common mistake. Would we have questions like this on a quiz? Well, this was a past quiz question. from many years ago. So your quiz question will be something like this. It's not a proof. Well, for quadratic formula questions, most likely it's not a proof question. Well, you can have proof questions, such as question 2. We'll see. We'll get there. Okay, so if you have no question for A, for part B is fairly simple because for part B, they ask for 2 distinct solutions. That means you can never have linear equation anymore because linear equations, they do not have 2 distinct solutions, right? Yeah, you'll get 4 more. So B, you want 2 distinct solutions. So what do you want your D to be? Your discriminant to be? So clearly, A equals to 0 does not give two solutions. So we only have quadratic equation. So we can assume A is not 0. Then this quadratic equation has 2 solutions. One, what? What do I want? Yes, we want D greater than 0. Okay? Yes, we want D is greater than 0. And the rest, you can do it yourself. I'll just give you the final answer. The final answer is A is in the interval -1 to 0 union 0 to 1/3. Okay? You can fill in the middle part. Any question? Question? Are we good? Yes. Okay, cool. Move on. Example 2. This is a quiz question from last year. One of the quiz questions from. You don't get where the 0 come from because here your A cannot be 0 to be a quadratic equation. So here, if your A equals to 0, then this term cancels out. You have a linear equation. And this linear equation also only has one solution. Does that make sense? Will this be posted on Quarkus? Yes, it will be posted on Quarkus. How do I do calculations? You do it yourself. I'll post the solution, but you do it yourself. Okay? Try it yourself. Yeah, that is the case for being 0. Yeah, exactly. So that's this case. So you have one solution. So I'm just saying in this case, you also have one solution. And thus, I want you to try it yourself first. Okay? You got those 2 numbers from here. That's what I want to say. And everything else we will check the solution. If you have more questions, come to my office hours. But right now we'll move on. So for part B, I want you to try it yourself. Okay? Try it for yourself because it's really important to try the questions yourself. And for example 2, I want you to try it for yourself as well. So this is your practice question. Practice. Okay, practice on this. I will post the solution and you come to my office hours if you don't understand. Now let's talk about AGM. Move on, guys, move on, move on. Try it yourself, please. All right, AGM. Wait, I'm so confused. I changed this, but why isn't it changed? Here should be this, okay? The inequality is wrong. Go back to here. This solution will be posted on Quarkus, so if you don't have time to copy them down, that's all right. Okay, practice one. I'm kind of worried that if I have any typo. Let me check. Okay, no typo. Cool. AGM, make sure you correct this. I corrected it. I don't know why it's not corrected on this file. It's kind of weird, but okay. So AGM, make sure you remember the correct inequality, because every year I've seen students memorize this wrong and got 0 on the question. Okay, you're too fast. Give other people time to think. Okay, so this works for all real numbers, and this works for xy greater than or equal to 0. Oh my god. Okay, here. I should write the whole thing again, just in case. So for any xy greater than or equal to 0, the square root of xy is less than or equal to x plus y over 2. This is the correct one. So this one always works. This one, you need to make sure they are greater than or equal to 0. That's all I want to say. All right. So what I want to mention is that AGM is not the only way to solve inequalities. Okay, it's not the only way to prove an inequality. Okay, so just because you just nerded doesn't mean every inequality is about AGM. Sometimes it's about the base effect. Okay, remember you can use this as well. And a lot of time using this makes your life easier as well. Okay, so that's what I want to emphasize. Now look at example 3. And before we do this, I want to give you a tip for AGM question. You are looking for, we are trying to find sum of two terms. So let's say this plus this, and the product of those two terms. Okay, so if they want you to prove an inequality, you try to find this and this in your inequality. Okay, if you find those two, then you're basically done because you can just plug it in to your AGM. All right, so that's my tip. And I want you to work on example 3. And if you have a solution already, do not spoil it. Yes, this is a base effect. You can use it directly. Is this base effect too? I do not memorize the number, so I'm not sure which one you're talking about. It's the one that says a squared is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, cool. Try this. I'll give you 5 minutes. You don't need 5 minutes. It's fairly simple, but I'll give you 5 minutes. So we'll talk about it at 2:55. And question 4 is for you to practice as well. I will post all the solutions on Quarkus after all my tutorials are done. I think this is my last 1 or 2 tutorials, so I will post the solution after this tutorial. But let me check. Yeah. But I want you to practice. Yes. We are only doing past quiz questions. So You're comfortable with AGM but struggling with quadratic problems. Wow, that's very rare because most people are comfortable with quadratic problems but not comfortable with inequalities. I guess I can only say you need more practice. Are you in one of the study rooms on campus? No, I'm not. I'm not on campus. I live in downtown. If you are in downtown campus, then we can meet in person. But Mississauga campus, UTM, no, I'm not gonna go there. However, I have office hours, guys. So come to my office hours if you need help, or email me if you need help, or even like Discord DM, that's okay as well, because I got a lot of DMs anyway. I can show you my schedule. So I have a lot of office hours, not for this course, but for a lot of other courses as well. So if none of the students from other courses show up, probably you can ask me 102. Don't tell the other professors I'm doing this, but I'll show you my schedule. So if you ever have questions and you want to ask me, and you say, oh, nobody's in my 223 office hours, then you can come and ask me 102. I don't mind. Okay, so look at the screenshot. That's my schedule for this week. Yeah, and you can see that I have 102 office hours tomorrow at 10 to 10:30, and I have 134 office hours from 11 to 11:30, and then I have, oh wow, just remember that this tutorial is recorded, and I said something that I should not let anyone else know, so just keep it. Shh. I don't think any of the professor would watch my recording, but it's okay, you know. Cut it out. I don't have time to cut it out. Do you see my schedule? It's pretty packed. Whatever, it's okay. Not a big deal. I signed my contract already, so they cannot take it back. I signed it last night, so I'm safe. When will the recording be posted? Whenever it's done. So Zoom needs some time to process all the recordings. So when they are done processing, then I will download it and post it on YouTube. And the link will be posted on Quarkus. Solution will be posted as well. So don't worry. No problem. Okay, one more minute, then we'll take it up. So try to find your circle and your square, okay? Am I free after this tutorial? Unfortunately, I am not free. You see the blank here? They're not actually blank. They're just, I have nothing for school, but I have things for I have work for other things too. So email me. Email and Discord are the best way to find me, to get help from me. And also office hours. If you want me to get another time, that's really hard. My schedule is really packed. Okay, it's 55 already. I will answer your question after we finish this question, okay? Because it's not related to this. So, look at this. We have this inequality. Remember, really important, remember, this is what you need to prove, okay? This is what you need to prove. So you cannot start with this. If you start with this, that's called rough work. That's not a real proof. Okay, that's called rough work. If you watched my video, you know that I like to do rough work and I like to put if and only at the front, but you need to be careful, especially you guys just started. So try not to use rough work. Try to write a formal proof. For this question, if you look at this, I said we're trying to find something, add something, and something multiplied by something. What I see is, well, I have two things adding together, right? So I'm thinking that, well, probably this is my circle and this is my square. So I have a circle plus square, but I still need the product of those two. So I'm gonna check. So I'm gonna check circle times this. So this equals to x squared plus y squared over xy times 4xy over x squared plus y squared. This cancels out, this cancels out, this will give me 4. So if you see this, well, this thing is my product. Okay, that means, oh, I found my circle and I found my square. That's it, then the solution is solved. Why? Because you just need to plug into your AGM. So proof, let's let A equals to my circle, which is x squared plus y squared over xy. And let's let B equals to 4xy over x squared plus y squared. All right, so that's my A and B. And also notice that A, B are greater than 0. Okay, that means we can use this AGM. So by AGM, I have square root of AB is less than or equal to A plus B over 2. So plug it back in, you have square root of x squared plus y squared over xy times 4xy over x squared plus y squared. This should be less than or equal to x squared plus y squared over xy plus 4xy over x squared plus y squared over 2. So AGM tells us this is true. Now we simplify this. This cancel out, this cancel out, so this will give you square root of 4 times 2. So this 2 comes from this side. Okay, multiplied by 2 is less than or equal to x squared plus y squared over xy plus 4xy over x squared plus y squared. And this side is 4. So 4 is less than or equal to this. And you can see that's exactly what we need to prove. So we're done. That's the first part. Okay, I solved the first part. Do we have any question about the first part? Yes? No? Make sense? Makes sense. Cool. Now let's do the second part. The second part says, show that the equality holds true if and only if x equals to y. So this equality holds true when what? Which means this equality holds true. We know this equality holds true if and only if A equals to B, right? So let me add a page. So by AGM, we know that equality holds when A equals to B right? Equality holds when A equals to B. So, and then if and only if. Let's write that down. If and only if. Okay, that's quite important. We know this. So that means equality holds if and only if this equals to this. So x squared plus y squared over xy equals to 4xy over x squared plus y squared. Okay, so I know equality holds if and only if this is true. Now, this is gonna give us x squared plus y squared whole thing squared equals to 4xy times xy. Open the brackets, you'll get x to the power 4 plus 2x squared y squared plus y to the power 4 equals to 4x squared y squared. And move it back to this side, you'll get x to the power 4 minus 2x squared y squared plus y to the power 4 equals to 0. And this is the same as x squared minus y squared, the whole thing squared equals to 0. Okay? And then this means what? This means my x squared minus y squared equals to 0. And what does this mean? This means x squared equals to y squared. We know that x and y are both positive. That means it must be equal. Okay, so now we show that equality holds if and only if x equals to y. Now you can put a square here to show that, oh, my proof is done. Okay, any question? I am fast because we are running out of time, guys. I subbed in x squared as I subbed in y squared as x squared and got 4 less than 4. Is that wrong? That doesn't look right. What does it state? AGM holds when A equals to B. Here. Okay, here. Equality holds when x equals to y. So here, your xy is my AB. Here, AB. It's actually simple. It's actually simple, but sometimes it takes time to figure it out. And once you figure it out, you're like, oh, it's that simple. But it takes time to figure it out. All right, that's all I want to do. What's my YouTube? So you have a question. Okay, ask your question and I'll continue to talk. This question is for you to practice, okay? Practice. This is also a quiz question from a few years ago, so try to do that. And then I'll answer the questions here. What's my YouTube? You search my full name on YouTube, you'll find me. What should I practice to get better at quadratics? You should try a lot of questions. So try this one, try 2, do 2, and do the questions I did last year. So I'll show you. Just hold on a second. Do the questions I did last year if you want quiz similar questions. Because usually, oh no, what did I do? Oh, here we go. We're back. So usually during my tutorial, I only do past quiz questions. So they should be similar to your quiz. So what I want to do is I want to show you my channel. So here. look at here. So if you search my name, full name, you'll see me. And this is too much because I have courses, videos from other courses here as well. So that's too much. What you need to do is you click playlists, okay? And here is one says MAT102 in course order, okay? And you click this. The first one is a recording from last year. So you do the quadratic formula questions. Okay, scared me. So you click the quadratic formula part and try those questions as well. And if you want extra practice, there is tutorial 1, activity 2, activity blah blah blah, extra practice blah blah blah. Try all those, okay? And also you can check Quarkus. So if you go to Quarkus, you go to my page, says tutorial material with me, click it, you'll see everything. So week 1 is here, we're doing those already, although you're not being tested, but those are here. So what you will be tested, those are here. Okay. Yeah, anyway, that's it. That's what I wanna say. No attendance, you can leave anytime you want. Yeah. That's it. We're good. Bye. Bye everyone. You can leave now. The quiz is on 1.1 and 1.2. I will post my solution, don't worry. I will post recording. I will post the solution. Bye everyone. I'll see you guys
I had
next
a
week.
real quick question.
Yeah.
So you know how it says that problem set A, the quiz is based on problem set A. So is it like similar problems on the quiz or?
I can't say they are really similar, but it's based on the same concepts. That's what they meant.
Okay.
But no triangle inequality, just AGM quadratics. Yep. Bye everyone.